I got some free air. We are waiting until the dry weather hits. Welcome back everyone to another F1 2021 driver career mode video. We are going into round 15 of season 3 of the driver career mode series, and a lot is on my shoulders today. We're going to Monza, Italy for the Italian Grand Prix, and of course this is going to be a very important Grand Prix for the Tifosi. A lot of Tifosi fans will be out there in the grandstands, and we will have to perform today or we're gonna get berated by the Italian fans. So let's see what we can pull off here. Decent results recently, P1 and P2 at Belgium Spa-Francorchamps and the Dutch Grand Prix. Of course, we're heading into the busy end of the calendar where I get some of the tracks that I'm fairly good at. Like Italy today, I should be decent at. Singapore, I'm decent at. And then the US and Mexican Grand Prix and Brazil are also good circuits for us. Japan and Australia are the only ones, and the UAE, of course, are the ones that I struggle a little at. So yeah, it's gonna be a toss-up for those, but otherwise we're gonna try to maximize our points today. So let's see what happens here as we go into Monza. Ooh, this is gonna be a big one. Welcome to qualifying around the Monza circuit. It's time for the Australian Grand Prix qualifying session. Yeah, free practice 1 was good, and I actually skipped free practice 2 to skip into FP3 because there's a bit of a rain stint in that practice session. And why did I do that? Because in the race day, on the race day itself, there is a wet stint at the start. It's going to be full on wets at the start, heading on to inters, and then maybe some dry tires at the end. We're going to have all 3 weather conditions on race day around Italy, and that will give us a lot of hope in getting a decent race result. Wet weather is never good for the AI, so we're going to really push it on them today. Hopefully we can have a good qualifying session, push us up into Q3 and maybe into the top 5 hopefully, and then we can overtake everyone else in the wet. So let us head into qualifying and see what we can do here. I am going to readjust my car setup to the dry setup, and then we're gonna increase the front aero a little bit just to get a little more front end during the rain stint. As you guys see here, full on wet conditions for the start of the race. Let's see what I said in qualifying, and hopefully we have a good one. Here we go. I just need a good parabolica, and then we should be in for a good decent banker lap. Parabolica's looking alright. The Tifosi are cheering as the Ferrari makes its way to the start finish line. Let's see, P4. Alright, P4, not too shabby. Not too shabby. P5 now, sorry. Ocon just went ahead. Or I don't know who went ahead. Someone just went ahead. Maybe a McLaren. Around Parabolica, here we go. Coming in for our second lap. 600ths improved. Not much. Not much improved at all. And there we have it, made it through in P11 by the end of the session. Max Verstappen and Perez in the lead. Carlos Sainz just 5 tenths ahead of me. That's the AI speaking there. Mazepin, Schumacher, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, and Latifi get knocked out. We're moving on to Q2. Here we go around Parabolica. Ooh, not the best turn I think, but it's good enough. Let's see. We are slower than our teammate by 8 tenths of a second. Would you look at that? 8 tenths. Wow. It's a big huge difference, not gonna lie. I took a risk and did not do any more laps after using the old softs, and we get knocked out. P11. So close to Daniel Ricciardo, who was on the mediums. Yeah, 3/300ths the difference almost. So bit unlucky there, but it doesn't matter because we're going to go into a wet race and we can easily overtake all these fools. So Russell, Zhou, Stroll, Tsunoda, and myself get knocked out. Let's see what we can do on race day. I feel confident. Let's really show them in the wet weather racing condition.
Welcome back to one of only 2 countries that has held a race every year since the very first Formula One World Championship in 1950. It is, of course, Italy, one of the great racing nations. And it's time to get underway for the Italian Grand Prix. With the rain coming down here at the 3.6-mile Monza circuit, the low drag setups preferred by most teams could cause them some problems in today's Grand Prix. So watch out for cars struggling for grip around Parabolica, the last and most demanding of this track's 11 corners. It's not going to be plain sailing for our drivers today, although with the sky falling as it is, perhaps sailing isn't too far from the truth. Anthony Davidson, could be a wet one today. Great to have you with us. What are your thoughts?
It is a touch damp, isn't it? Well, as a driver, there are three big things to worry about when racing in these kind of conditions: standing water, tyre temperature and visibility. Judging distance to the cars around you is really tricky when you're driving through the vast amounts of spray that these wet weather Pirelli tyres kick up.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Bottas, Sergio Perez and Hamilton, Sainz, Aitken, Ocon and the real deal, Tsunoda, Stroll and Guan Yu Zhou and Russell, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. Gasly, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Nicholas Latifi. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, this is the team's home race. We're all relying on you to impress today.
Home Grand Prix for the team. A lot of weight on my shoulders because of it. Let's see. Interesting. We can do a inters to inters stand. We can start on the inters apparently. Okay, not too bad, not too shabby. We may stay on the inters until the wet weather ends. I think that's the setup we're gonna go for, or the strategy we're gonna go for. Let me bump up my aerodynamics a tiny bit. Let's jump into it. It's absolutely wet out here. Wonder if I can see out the front, but it's time to go racing. 5 red lights. Let's see if our natural drive gives us the result the Tifosi expect of us. Oh my god, traffic is already getting crazy as we go into turn 1. I've been given no space on the inside. Try to look for it, but had to cut the corner. Darn it. Maintaining position, not bad. Let's see if we can get a dive in here. Jesus Christ, why did Ocon do a late defensive move there? Absolutely dangerous. Okay, we're up into P9. It is very wet out here. I'm surprised I'm starting on the inters. So we know the AI is gonna pit around lap 13. So we'll see how the weather conditions are. If we're allowed to, we'll continue. Oh my god. Now my brakes aren't working, guys. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Let me see my brake bias. Why is my brakes not working? Why are my brakes not working? I'm gonna raise it a little bit in the front brake bias. Oh, it's getting better. Also, I need to lower my differential a little. I am having too much wheel spin out of turns. Yeah, already the rears are going faster, so... I've got Sainz and Aitken just ahead of me. We've got ERS flowing. Let's get a move done. Around the outside of Sainz. And we've done it. Up to P8.
There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris.
Wow, Sainz going super aggressive against Ocon.
Plans for a safety car right now.
I guess they collided or something. Anyway, it's time for Aitken. Let's stay with him. My wet weather driving mastercraft is coming to play here now. Let's go. Ascari. Decent. Could have been better. Let's catch Aitken, please. Okay, Aitken's feeling the heat, man. Aitken's feeling the heat. Oh, up the inside of Parabolica. Let's go, let's go. Good move. 3 seconds to Hamilton. Let's go. We're finding some real pace now. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is good. Way, fastest lap. It was a 26-1 by Ricciardo, but I beat that by a couple tenths. We are finding some real pace, catching up to Hamilton. Come on, we gotta catch these guys while it's still wet. Or, I hope it's still wet and then they pit an extra time on a new set of inters, and then I maintain this gap and secure the win. Because there's no real reason to pit, right? You can go a full race without pitting at all if you wanted to. And that is the bet I'm willing to take. The risk I'm willing to take. Okay, use strategy option. Sure. Says I've been doing well with my tire management, so... yeah, it looks like I can really extend the life of these tires. It's getting a little lighter as well. So I think a dry stint is fairly coming soon. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. Is that Williams out? It might be a Williams off. Safety car.
We've been informed that the safety car is
safety car deployed. Okay.
Slow down.
There is AlphaTauri off in sector 1-2. Nicholas Latifi is disqualified. There is an Aston Martin or Alfa Romeo off in sector 1 as well. Safety car in the wets. Safety car in the wets. There's another, what is it? Williams stuck in sector 1 as well. Alright. Safety car. Safety car. We're gonna stay out because our tires are still good. 14% wear. Not too bad. We're staying out. Oh my god, we have to wait for that one Haas that's coming around the two Lesmos there. Oh, we're waiting for that one Haas, aren't we? Oh my god. Can't be serious, man. Cannot be serious about that. Oh, finally, safety car's coming in. Okay, safety car's coming in. There was no announcement from Jeff. Not quite sure why. He's silent. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm excited for this one. Let's dive it in now. Oh, sliding right into 5th. Right behind Bottas. Let's go. Oh god, there's someone stuck there. The chaos of the first turn chicane. Let's go. We're through. Didn't expect to overtake 2 cars, but we did. Now, if my predictions are right, AI is going to start to dip into the pits after this lap.
You're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
Okay. 21% wear is not too bad. I think I should still have the pace to stay competitive, even if everyone starts to dip in. Weather report.
Okay, the weather's certainly eased off for the time being, but we've still got a lot of standing water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the Inters for now. Looks like the weather is going to dry up in about 5 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Yep, there they go. First people in the pits. I'm assuming Norris and Bottas will go in next lap. Perez as well, because I think Verstappen's being serviced right now. Teammates in the pits as well.
Carlos is in for his stop.
I am not pitting. Heck no. I still have a lot of life in these Inters, so I'm going to keep going until it gets dry. We should be in with a good chance here, boys and girls. And anyone else who identifies otherwise. We've got this. Here we go. Norris and Bottas are in. Perez as well. I got some free air between myself and the rest. We're not boxing. We are not. We are waiting until the dry weather hits. Everyone's in. Oh, I just set another fastest lap. 125.5. 560. That was 1.5 tenths faster than my previous fastest lap. So the track must be drying up a bit and getting optimal for the Inters. We've got a 20-second gap to Verstappen. Let's see how much of it we can preserve. Max Verstappen steals the fastest lap. He is catching me then. Yikes. Let's see how well I can stay ahead of him. Coming up to Kimi Räikkönen in the Alfa Romeo. Cheers for the slipstream. It is drying up, I think. The track is drying up. Let's see what lap time I set. Should be faster than my previous lap time. 125.4. It's not bad. We've got a decent gap to Verstappen behind. I'm assuming he's going to get the fastest lap again. Oh, yellow flag in Sector 2. Just in the beginning of Sector 2. See what that is all about. It looks like an Aston Martin retiring. Yep, Zhou Guanyu out. Zhou Guanyu out. If another car stops, it will be a safety car, I think. But right now, it looks like it's just going to be a retirement. And we keep driving. Yep, car's clear. We're gone. Alright. Pulling a little bit away from Max Verstappen, but Max Verstappen is quite a pacey boy. So we're going to have to be on our tippy toes to stay ahead of him. Right now the track is kind of drying, but also staying kind of damp, so it's really touch and go here. Not sure if we are ready for the softs or any form of slick tire yet.
Okay, looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still on the right tire for the time being, but we're not a million miles away from slick conditions.
Alright, perfect timing as well. So maybe next lap we'll pit for softs, or the lap after that. We're very near the end. Literally have 3 laps remaining. I still have some grip on these, so I'm gonna keep going. Don't tell me I made a massive mistake here. Please. Please stay wet until I pit. Yeah, I still have grip. I still have grip. Oh, there's another yellow flag in Sector 2. Looks like an Alpine is out. Let's see. Coming up to the line, actually. We may set a fastest lap here. Yes, we do. 124.7. Solid lap. Oh no, never mind. It was a slip of an Alpine. It slipped in lap 25. Mazepin going strong. P17. Oh, Verstappen stole it. Come on. Give me a break, man. Give me the fastest lap, bro. Oh no, Mazepin's causing trouble. I really think we may finish on the inters here. One set of inters. This set of tires has gone 27 laps. 42% wear.
This is your final lap.
Not bad.
Final lap of the race.
Final lap of the race. Let's try to make this one count. This needs to be the best lap we've possibly set in order to get that fastest lap. A little wide already. Never mind. I'm gonna abort it. But yeah, very solid race. Max Verstappen had no pace towards the middle. Not quite sure why. I think it was the borderline between intermediates and the dries. So it was a shame that Max Verstappen couldn't put up a fight. He's the only one who really had pace as well. 2 McLarens in 3rd and 4th. But it looks like it's going to be the Tifosi celebrating at the end of this.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
You see, some of you guys said Ferrari should win a lot of races this season, and I was kind of doubtful because of the pace of the car. Yes, if the AI has ultimate strategy, if it's a one-stop race and the AI get it absolutely perfect, there's no way we can beat them. But conditions like this, we absolutely can, and you can see strategy paid off dividends as we try to cross the line in P1 today, as I stay on these intermediates throughout the whole Grand Prix. Of course, in the wet weather, we are allowed to stay on one tire for the whole duration of the race if we want to. And happy days for Ferrari. T1, P1.
Yes!
Fantastic drive. Just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
Mamma mia, grazie per tutto, grazie per tutto. Siete I migliori, per sempre.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. And talk to me, what do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I think we'll chalk this one up to a deft touch on the brake pedal. That's allowed them to challenge down the inside into the braking zones, and ultimately, if you do that often enough, you end up winning the race. It was great to watch as well though, wasn't it? Forget strategy, forget tyre management. Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned scrap?
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
What a result. Did not expect the win today, but the weather really helped us out. Extremely wet at the start and then it kind of faded out, but we were able to stay on the inters for the whole session. P1 as we make a fantastic strategy call. You couldn't have asked for a better race weekend. Let's go. Yeah, what a result. Really strong showing from us today as we get P1. Sadly, not the fastest lap. 3/10 off to the fastest lap, which was taken by Max Verstappen, who's in P2. He gets an extra point for that. Ricciardo rounds out the top 3 here. Norris, Bottas, Perez, Hamilton, Ocon, Sainz, and Tsunoda with the points today. Gasly, Aitken, Stroll, Russell, Giovinazzi, Schumacher, Mazepin, and Raikkonen finishing the race with Zhou Guanyu and Latifi not finishing the race today. Very solid race today. Yeah, Max Verstappen had a good spurt at the end, shrinking the delta to 16 seconds, but really the wet weather leveled out the playing field, so we really used that to our benefit today. Standings wise, we should be good, overtaking Sergio Perez. 1 point gap between the two drivers, myself and Perez. We're just 8 points away from Lando Norris. This is looking tasty, and only 56 points away from Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. This is not that bad. We are very competitive at the top 5 or so. And then Carlos Sainz, who only scores 2 points today, secures a bit more points and solidifies his position in P7. But Daniel Ricciardo is slowly catching, only 3 points away from him. Now, McLaren overtake Mercedes. 1 point gap between them and only 4 point gap between us and Mercedes. So we are very close to overtaking them in the constructors. Maybe we can really get a final push to the top. We got some more solid Grand Prix circuits coming up, like the Singapore Grand Prix. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting couple races to see if we can really lift the Ferrari name into the top 3. And the Tifosi go wild today. What a race for Ferrari. We've done expendably well. Extensively well, expendably. Yeah, starting from P11 or P10 rather, after we got a position from someone else getting a grid penalty, and we managed to control our tires, manage our tires really well in the wet stint, trying to make sure we don't overexert on the tires, and they were alive for most of the Grand Prix, if not all of the Grand Prix. We've made no pit stops at all to save our tires and also to secure P1. We had some pace left as well, as the wet weather really levels out the playing field, and we really showed off our skill today. Team should be ecstatic after today's result. Another P1 finish for us. That has been very good indeed. The weather's been treating us nicely recently, really leveling the playing field for a lot of the cars. If it was sunny and just normal conditions, I was 100% certain that the Red Bull, the Mercedes, and McLaren cars would have gotten us today. But the wet weather, the safety car, everything really played into our favor today, and we were able to capitalize on it and get P1. Very strong showing from us today. Solid number of points, really pushing on McLaren and Mercedes. So let's see if we can keep pushing next time when we go to Singapore. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell as well, so notified as soon as I upload next. More F1 content will be going up. Driver Career Mode, my team, and when F1 22 drops, I'll be playing that as well. So please be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss out. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, stay healthy. See you guys in the next video.